Well, I still have Alfred Kemekpado, political analyst and Secretary General, Ijuo Youth Council. Good to have you still here in the studio. Why the laugh? Well, no problem. Let's go ahead with our discussions. Now, we know that the two major contenders or two major parties have selected their candidates for the governorship election in Bayelsa, the PDP and the APC. Now, what are your thoughts now on the election process that saw the emergence of these candidates?
It's okay. I don't want to dabble into the politics of that. I just want to urge Bayelsans and the candidates to focus on the issues. And like the former president of the country said, shun violence. Because like I keep saying every time, there are no violent youths. They are just violent candidates who take advantage of jobless youths that they are supposed to provide job for, fund them for violence as a trade, to take advantage of the machineries of state, not to serve, but as a business to prosper their selfish aims, advance their frontiers of personal aggrandizement. So I think Bayelsans should look out for these things and ensure that the candidates are assessed based on their understanding of the issues. The issues are abundant. The issues to be attended to in Bayelsa are abundant. We have an economy that needs to be upped. You understand? We have a whole lot of issues. We have the issues of our securities to be advanced. So those are the issues.
Now let's talk about the concern of every Nigerian and of course the Ijuo Youth Council in Bayelsa, which is free and fair election devoid of violence and of course electoral irregularities. But you know, what's your assessment so far on the level of sensitization against election violence as the state prepares for an election in November?
So let me tell you something. Electoral violence most times starts from the candidate, but it's always amplified by the Independent National Electoral Commission, otherwise known as INEC.
Right.
Because right in Bayelsa and other places, INEC will address a press conference and state it categorically as it is in their documents, that violence has taken place to the extent that even their card readers are missing, and they will still declare results. So it just tells you that INEC is helping. INEC is also, by activities, funding violence. So in the coming elections, INEC needs to take a stand that if we perceive any form of violence anywhere, elections remain cancelled. That will be a way of discouraging violence, especially in our areas where we have lost many souls because of avoidable circumstances during elections.
Right.
Then secondly, as Bayelsans and as a job people, they must begin to now interrogate the aspirants with respect. You see, the outgoing administration has done a lot, and we need to ask where we need to take it to. Now, for example, if there is anything, Bayelsa, which is like the epicenter of all the happenings in the Niger Delta, if there is anything that state that the Niger Delta needs, if there is anything they need, it's education. Now, with the outgoing administration, we have had the establishment of other universities in addition to. So we need to ask, where is our next agenda with respect to education? We need to begin to ask, our security situation, you know, most times insecurity is directly related to unemployment and like so. In the coming conversations, how well have we been able to interrogate the aspirants to know what measures they have, what plans they have to create more jobs? Are they taking advantage of the gas potentials of the state? You know, Bayelsa is enormous with gas. We can translate the gas to power, power to wealth.
Right.
How do they understand these issues and how the electorates are able to interrogate these aspirants?
Right, now that's a fine place to leave it right now because of time. We cannot take further from what you've given us so far. Thank you very much, Alfred Kemekpado, Ijuo Youth Council, Bayelsa State. We appreciate your time on the program.